Hello and welcome back. Tonight we actually have a guest knife, and from what I can tell, it was a pretty hotly anticipated knife, I suppose. And that would be the Knife Center exclusive Spyderco Shaman with the Burlap micarta and, wait for it, S90v. Look at this big bastard. Sweet knife. Yeah. So what we're gonna do tonight is take this thing apart, clean it up, dial it in, and yeah, just give her the royal treatment here prior to sharpening. So I think I'm gonna break it into 2 videos just so it doesn't take forever, because my videos have a tendency of taking absolutely forever. So anyways, we'll just get started here. I can't remember what's what. That seems a little loose. Okay, so the rears are T8s, right? Yep. And it looks like the pivot might be a T10. It's been a little bit since I've taken my Shaman apart. Nailed it. So T10 on the pivot, T8 on the body screws. So this knife is my chiropractor's knife. So what's up, Doc? My wife and I, after she got off work, we went and had an adjustment tonight, and he had this knife in the actual mailing packaging, not only an unopened box, but an unopened package from the US mail today. So he just recently got it, and my chiropractor is one of the very few knife nerds that I actually personally know, and he knows that I'm a knife nerd. So he was all pumped up and he wanted to bring it in, and he actually had me open the freaking box. Can you believe that? So, man, this thing just jumped apart. Easy money here. This is his first Shaman, and he's a part of a couple Facebook groups, and I guess he was saw some notifications in there that this knife was going live on Knife Center, and so he got on and bought one right away. And I guess just within an hour or 2 after him doing that, they were completely sold out. So this thing is a bit of a hot topic, apparently. I don't know, Shamans go crazy fast. It's nuts how fast Shamans go. Even my, well, not super fast, I guess, in my particular case. I bought the, just the plain Janer from Lynch Northwest, but he even has a disclaimer on there that they're in limited quantities. So I was able to snag mine from there, but yeah, some of these exclusives or sprint runs or whatever you feel like calling them, they go fast. And in particular, my micarta ones, and obviously this one went fast because S90v is freaking sweet, but also the micarta ones go really fast too, the micarta and Crewwear. Yeah, this thing had a pretty decent action right out of the box. It had better action than mine right out of the box, but there's always a little bit of room for improvement, so that's what we're gonna do. So all I'm doing now is just wiping down all the factory gunk off of here. Look at this big sexy slab of S90. These blades are out of control. So I'm kind of butthurt about my Shaman. I've got it jacked up right now because basically I'm an idiot, and I'm assuming several of you out there have caught your pocket clip on something, and I caught my clip on a door jamb in my house. I was doing chores one day, laundry or whatever the hell it was, taking out the trash, And I was buzzing around upstairs, just zipping, trying to get everything done real quick. And basically swiped my, hello cuckoo clock, swiped the right side of my hip on the door jamb, and it snagged my pocket clip, and it also bent the clip and pulled out one of the screws. There's 3 screws on these clips, and the top center one actually stripped the G10, so there's no more threads in there, so the screw has fallen out and I lost it, and my clip is bent, and my G10 scales are stripped. So I haven't been carrying it much because I'm afraid of, I don't know, I'm just kind of afraid of jacking it up even more. So I do need to get a hold of Lynch Northwest because they're really, really good. They got the best warranty in the game as far as I'm concerned. But their warranty is basically you screwed up, email it to them with a picture and tell them what you did to it, and they don't even care. It can be completely your own fault like it is with me. And they'll send you a brand new one. So I need to get on that, get a new clip going, and probably a new set of scales, since that's mine's chewed up. So womp womp. Sucks to suck, I guess. Let's see here. We shall go ahead and start putting this dude back together. Get all this thread locker out of here. See, some of it came out. And for those unfamiliar, this pivot bushing has a D-shaped side to it, and right underneath here on the clip side of the knife, you can see that there's a D-shaped section of the tapped hole right there. So you lay your washer down and do a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There you go, until it drops in. Make sure your stop pin's seated properly. I guess it can fall out. You don't need it right at the moment. I do want to clean these screws. Let's get all that factory gunk off of there. There wasn't much, actually. There was very little Loctite and very little oil on this knife. Usually manufacturers don't send a ton of stuff on, but this one had a very little amount. So that was fast enough, easy enough. And we're just going in reverse order. Now comes the fun part of over-oiling. It's my favorite thing in the world. Some dude actually commented on, what video was it? I think it was my a previous Sebenza video. What did he say? I think he said I put more oil on than than BP spilled in the ocean or something like that. Pretty clever. So yeah, I always over oil knives, right or wrong. That's what I do. All right. Everything is going swimmingly. you need to go over that stop pin. There you go. And that looks about right. So stay put. Okay. It's not quite fitting quite right just yet, but that's okay. We need some screws to do that, so. This one had a little bit more Loctite on it as compared to the other side. Okay. Now, as far as these pivot screws, really not wrenching them down just yet. Just kind of getting them in there so everything stays in one piece. And we'll mess with the tuning the action a little bit earlier, or excuse me, a little bit later. Okay. I am so happy that I finally got that Loctite on a stick. I can't talk tonight. Maybe it's because my wife and I have been drinking wine tonight. So sorry, Doc, if I screw up your knife tonight. Blame it on the wife. She's got me drinking wine tonight. Actually, she's sitting over there looking at me like it's my fault, which it is. It was my idea tonight, but that's okay. I love you. I'm getting the eyes. Getting the eyes right now. So if you are unfamiliar with taking apart and putting back together Spyderco knives with a compression lock, you'll notice that right when I was getting ready to put in this first screw back here, that this was all spread apart and open. It was because of the tension of the lock bar was pushing it out. So basically I just got the blade up on there and it closed right shut. So easy trick. All right, let's check out the centering. A little bit off, but that's to be expected because we have a bunch of play still. So there, that's just barely getting to the point of snug. That one is snug, and that made it worse. Maybe I'll take a touch off of here and bring a little bit in here. No, that one's tight. Yeah, that's way off and way tight. There, that's a little bit, it's better now, but how about blade play? Yeah, we got blade play. Whew, man, that thing's a rocket ship. Okay, it is currently dead center. We have a touch of play, so I'm going to try to just eke these things down a little bit at a time. Maybe lean on that just a little bit. Nope, that side really wants to bring it in, bring it over. Maybe if I loosen up these back screws. There, I did feel some tension get relieved off of the knife there, so maybe now can. Tighten this up a little more properly. Oh, that's off a little bit. This screw over here on the clip side is the one that's determining the blade centering. That made it worse. That made it worse yet. Interesting, we're hunting this one. Where are we at on blade play? Slide them out, side to side. Up and down's good. Maybe if I loosen that. Tighten that, and then come back and loosen this side. Ooh, that is way too tight. Look at that, it barely drops. But it's almost centered. Centering's off just a little bit. This one's gonna be a son of a gun, isn't it? Okay, no blade play. A little tight. Just trying to work it a little bit. Centering is, this one's just a bear with the centering. Centering's a little bit off. I guess I should have, but I didn't look. At the very beginning where the centering was. It's not bad. It's a little bit off. No play. Good action. Really good action. Man. That thing is just a bear. Whoops. That was me just screwing it up. Well, maybe I made it too tight. No? Okay, no play. It's not terrible. Slight, ever so slightly off, favoring the show side. It's not bad. I'd venture to guess that that's about where it was when I took it out of the package, but man, I don't know if I want to mess with it anymore or not. Pretty good right there. Let me see, double check blade play. No, she's solid. So maybe I do have a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm just gonna take this out just a skosh. Oh, maybe just the slightest little hint. Maybe just the slightest hint of blade play there. Let me see. Yep. Wonder if I can bring that in on this side. Okay, that got rid of the blade play, but now it's tight. Man, this thing's a finicky son of a gun, isn't it? Back that off a touch. Pull that one in a touch. Okay, no play. I don't know. It's not quite dead center, but I feel like the differences between blade play and close to centered or way off of center are going to be really, really, really close here. I might try for just a touch here. Okay, that's centering to my eyeballs. Looks pretty good. Oh, hey now. I think we might be onto something here. I think I got it just right. Pretty well centered. A little bit better than what it was before. I don't know. That's pretty close. Not quite perfect, but no play. And she's flying. Excellent. Okay, well, that'll do it for this quick video. That took a little longer than what I expected, just being a bear. But stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this thing to, I think, a 3000 grit. So a nice, highly refined but non-polished edge. So that's what we're going to do. Stay tuned. See ya.